There's something going on. Crowd loving it. It's a ball, fly ball. Home run!
3, 2, 1. All right, week number 7 in the NFL starts tonight, Thursday, and
we're a little late this week getting this one up.
A little late this week, but it'll be up after Thursday. But Ryan will be on record, so no worries. How'd you do last week, Ryan?
Bad week, 6 and 8, not too good.
Not too good. Not
First
too good at all.
sub 500 week yet, so I'm okay with that. It's only week 7.
How do you know how you're doing overall?
I was 47 and 30 going into that week, so 53 and 38.
So he's still above 500, guys. So you can stick with him for a little bit longer. 6 and 8's not the worst season in the world, worst week in the world.
No, it could have been worse. I mean, I expected it to be worse than when I looked at some of those games the way they're going.
Okay, we'll quickly go over this week's games. Week number 7. We got the Seahawks and the 49ers.
And I've got the 49ers. I'm going to take that club. I think they're going to do very, very well this week.
All right, we got the Jags and the Raiders. Your Raiders.
And this is the thing. I was just talking to another Raiders fan about how it was interesting last week. They played the Falcons really, really good. They were looking great against a tough team. They'll probably not look so good this week against the Jaguars. It seems to be their trend, but I'm taking the Raiders anyway.
All right, we got the Titans versus your favorite, the Bills.
Yeah, I'm picking the Bills. This game is in Buffalo. I think the Bills are going to win this one, even though I would love to see them lose.
You got the Colts and the Browns.
Yeah, a couple of real heavyweights in the league right now. I got the Colts taking out the Browns.
All right, then we got the Rams playing the Packers.
And I'm gonna go with the Packers. They just looked dominant last week in Houston, so I think that should be an easy win for the Green Bay Packers.
And I got Aaron Rodgers in my fantasy league, so I'm good with that. We got the Vikings and the Cardinals.
Going with the Vikings in this one. These are two, on paper, fairly evenly matched teams, although the Cardinals were supposed to be stronger at the start of the year. Going with the Vikings.
We got the Redskins and the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants in this one.
That's all.
Yeah.
We got the Bucks and the Saints.
I'm going with the Saints. The Saints got to start winning again. They've won one game this year, and we're better to start than in Tampa or against the Buccaneers.
And then we got the Panthers and the Cowboys.
Picking the Cowboys. The pressure's being put on this team by their owner. They got to win.
And then we got the Ravens injured, prone right now, and going and playing the Texans.
Yeah, and Terrell Suggs might be back. They're saying he's going to be back, but it's a torn Achilles. I don't know if they're rushing him back or not. This just seems silly to me that he was or ruptured, whatever it was.
I don't know how you play.
Especially at linebacker. I mean, you got big old linemen coming in to meet you at full speed on run plays, So I got the Texans in that one.
All right, then we got the Jets, and the Patriots.
Jets, lose. I got Patriots in that one all the way.
All right, we got another injury-prone team. We got the Steelers and the Bengals.
Yeah, I thought the Bengals were going to be better than they are this year. They're a disappointment. So I'm going to take the Steelers, although this is a divisional game. They tend to play each other really tough, but I am going to stick with the Steelers on this one.
And we got the Lions and the Bears. This should be a good game.
Should be, especially if the Lions show up again. But I think the Bears are too strong, and I haven't seen enough to convince me that the Lions are going to show up again. So I got the Bears. Bears.
And is there a game that you're sort of like can go either way this week?
Yeah, that Vikings and Cardinals game. The Cardinals should, if you'd asked me a couple of weeks ago, I would have picked the Cardinals hands down over the Vikings. But the Vikings have just looked really surprisingly good, whereas the Cardinals have been sort of surprisingly bad. I shouldn't say surprisingly bad. They've got a good record, but they're not as dominant as some people thought they would be this year. So I could see the Cardinals definitely doing that game or taking that game.
Okay, so Ryan has picked again. He went 6 and 8 last week, but overall he's well above 500, guys. So stick with him. We'll see how he does in week number 7 in the NFL.